Controversy is everywhere, be it in a political standpoint, movies, education, religion, and yes, even video games. Sometimes video games can be hit hard with a fictitious controversy hammer, for better or for worse. Hello, and welcome to PixelBay. I'm your host Myles, and without further ado, let's get into this countdown. Number 5. Bully. While this game wasn't as controversial as Rockstar's last video game series, Bully did get criticized for some of the content in the game, such as the namesake content bullying, and the fact it was made by the developers of other violent games, and as such assumed they would make it just as violent. Others did not like the game due to it allowing the player to regain health by kissing a student of either gender. Number 4. The Grand Theft Auto series. They say crime doesn't pay, but obviously it does in the Grand Theft Auto series. This game series is always panned by a lot of people because of its violence and disregard of law. It has been banned in some locations, such as Thailand, who banned the video game following a Thai man who claimed he had assaulted, killed, and stole a taxicab because GTA made it seem easy. Number 3. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Shooters often garner up a lot of attention from media outlets as bad. When news spread of one particular skippable mission in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, news stations had a field day. The mission had the player controlling an undercover CIA agent, who went into a Moscow airport and was prompted to open fire, decimating a large group of unarmed civilians to be able to gain the trust of a Russian terrorist organization. The mere idea this was even put into a game was sickening to many people. Many places had this optional mission altered or completely taken out. Number 2. Postal II. I'm sure you probably have heard of this game. After all, a lot of famous YouTubers have played this game in the past. Postal II is completely insane. Not only are you able to urinate on a person and cause them to throw up, but you can also use a cat as a silencer. Honorable mention goes to Death Race. Released well back in the days of the arcades, Death Race was the first graphical violent video game. The game was based on the movie Death Race 2000, released a year prior. The game was 8-bit and featured you running over quote-unquote gremlins in a pixelated car. This is by no means offensive to today's standards, but given the time of its release, 1976, it caused quite a stir. This isn't even mentioning its work and title was Pedestrians. While Exidy, the developers of Death Race, denied that their intent was to promote violence, that did not stop controversy from stirring. This game is so old it really isn't taken seriously by any gamer, or even non-gamer. Number 1. Playing History 2, Slave Trade. Educational video games are not that big a deal, and tend to go under the radar, but it can cause controversy if dealing with touchy topics. The Playing History series is a series of educational video games that puts the player in a historical time period. In a sequel, Playing History 2 Slave Trade, there was a minigame known as Slave Tetris, which had the player play a game of what seemed to be Tetris with a twist. Those pieces are slaves. Due to the outrage, the minigame was in fact pulled from the Steam release of the game. Did you enjoy the video? If you did, remember to like, subscribe, and turn on that bell icon so you know when we upload a new video.